Hi guys, so today I'm going to be talking about delivery skills on giving a speech. Um, Giving a speech has a lot to do with the way you speak, how fast you speak, and how slow you speak, the tone in your voice, to everything with your hand motions and eye contact. Um, delivery co- Delivery skills in giving a speech is very important. You want to make sure you're very engaging with the people who you're giving a speech to. You want to make sure you're not persuading them in ways that you don't think they should be persuaded in. You want to make sure you're giving them the facts that you believe in and not trying to persuade them to believe in them. With speeches, it's always more important to make sure you're making perfect eye contact. You want to make sure everyone in there is seeing and believing what you're saying. And to build that kind of trust, you have to give them really good eye contact. Um, the other part is body language. If you're sitting there shaking, not standing right, or standing straight with good posture, um, people don't tend to believe what you're saying because they don't think you believe it yourself. Your tone of voice, they really want to make sure you're saying something very clear, very loud enough where they can hear you, and to the point where you believe in yourself what you're giving them. You don't want any stuttering, stammering, things like that. You want to make sure what you're saying is clear and loud. But you also don't want to be too loud where you think people think you're screaming at them. They want to be able to hear you without overhearing you. Um, it's very important to really to understand all these steps to make sure that you're giving the speech properly. You don't want to be sitting there with every other word like you want to make sure what you're saying is what you meant to say. Be very clear about it. Don't try to stammer or replace any words with ums, because when you do that, they start to really believe that you're not understanding what you're talking about, and that's the least important thing that you want to do. You don't want that to be happening. Body language, like I said, is very important. You got to be standing straight up, perfectly clear body language. Hands, making sure you seem very intrigued and interested in what you're talking about. Delivery skills on giving a speech is extremely important. It's something that you need to make sure when you go to give a speech, you have to be prepared and ready to do it. You just want to make sure you give yourself the time. Make sure you reread what you put down, or wrote down, I should say, and be prepared to really be clear about what you're saying. You want to make sure there's no errors. You just proofread. Keep your body language tight and clean. Make sure your vocaling is very proper. You don't want to be too loud, too soft. You also want to make sure your tones are where you need to be. If you need to be stern on something, you want to make sure you have that stern voice, or anything like needs to be like, you know, has some empathy. You want to make sure you have some empathy voice. So those are very important when you're giving a speech. You want to make sure that you just make contact with the people who are listening.